Okay, so that's much better. So I wanted to just make this video, and it probably won't be all that quick, but I just wanted to discuss my recent decision to have a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, um, which is a bariatric surgery. As you can see, I'm not a small girl. Um, and at my highest weight, I was 266 approximately. Today, I weighed in at 202.3, which is my lowest weight since I was 17. Um, as you can see, I was huge. Um, and so I've been researching weight loss surgery for quite some time. Actually, probably since 2008 or 9. I was going to have lap band surgery and I opted not to have it, which I'm glad I didn't because it doesn't work. Everybody or most of the people that I know who have a lap band have since had it removed and had either a bypass or a sleeve done. Um, and so I got a new job and I was online one day and I was looking through, like the stuff that they approve and deductibles and things of that nature. And I noticed that bariatric surgery was covered under the policy that I had. So I made a phone call to the insurance company to find out if it was an exclusion under my employer's policy, which it's not. And then I asked them, well, what do I need to do to get this surgery approved? So they sent me a letter in the mail that had all of the requirements. And so I have Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois as my insurance company. And with them, all I had to have was a documented history of obesity for at least the last 5 years, which was no problem because basically all they needed was medical records saying that I've been fat for the last 5 years, which I have been. So then I also needed a site clearance and I think that was really it under the insurance. So most insurance or a lot of insurances require that you do like a 6 month pre-op diet, medically supervised, and they have all these other stipulations. A lot of them um, decline it before they give you an approval, and so it's a long process for some people. And so I went to um, a seminar on May 11th at the Shawnee Mission Medical Center um, bariatric facility at Prairie Star. And then maybe 2 weeks later, I got a call from my case manager. And I had to go in for my initial consultation, which was on June the 8th. And then I've been back for my one appointment with the nutritionist that I have required. And then for a 3 hour nutrition class that I had required. And then the other day, I got an email from my case manager saying that there was only one more thing I needed before they could submit my case for approval, and that is my psych clearance. So my psych appointment is on next Thursday, which is July 16th. So I've had an appointment on June the 8th, another on June 25th, one on July 2nd, and then July 16th is my med appointment, and then I have to have my endoscopy on August the 5th is the appointment for that. And then all I'm waiting for is the approval from the insurance company. So hopefully by September, I'll have a surgery date and I'll be sleeved. Now, let me explain my reasons for getting bariatric surgery because it is a major step, it's a major decision. I did not discuss it with my family in terms of trying to make them understand or trying to gain their approval or support or anything like that because this was something that I felt like I needed to do for me. In 2013, I was diagnosed as being diabetic. And I have not really taken the medication the way that I should. I've taken it off and on, but not a daily thing. And I don't want to take medication forever. Most of the people who I know that are diabetic, who take metformin, which is what they prescribe me, have been sicker. Now, there are some people who the metformin has worked great for. I just have not been one of them. They can't, even on the medication, get my blood sugar regulated for some reason. And so I don't eat a lot of sugar. And I walk, I exercise, I've made complete lifestyle changes. So I've lost 60 some odd pounds since 2013 when I first found out I was diabetic. And even with all the lifestyle changes that I've made, I still can't get my blood sugar regulated or my A1C down. At last check, my A1C was like 10.5 and my blood sugar was over 500. Why? I don't know. And so the doctor is talking about now insulin, and I'm not going to stick myself every day. I will not do that. So with bariatric surgery, it has a 95% cure rate for diabetes, which is my main reason for opting to have bariatric surgery, because I don't want to deal with being diabetic. And so it was a decision that I had to make for me, regardless of what other people thought. I just felt like, hey, this is the best thing for Sarah to do. And so when you go to your first appointment, I don't know if everybody else got a binder like this. I'm pretty sure that most people did, but this is the binder that they give you, and they call it your Bible. Like, they refer to it as the Bible. And it's got a lot of really helpful information in it, and it's got your journey outlined from like beginning to end. Like, they left nothing out. They've got a section called before surgery instructions, and then one nutritional guidelines, post-operative diet and lifetime maintenance. Then the next heading is your surgery and hospitalization, and then caring for yourself after surgery is the last part, really, that pertains to you, and then financial policy and consent. So with my surgery, like I said, I'm having a sleeve done, and so before surgery, I'll have to do a 1 week liquid diet, which is to shrink my liver. A lot of people have had different stuff where, because I've been watching videos and like really researching this and trying to find out what other people have gone through, what I can look forward to, what their tips and suggestions have been, what they regret, what they like about the sleeve, how difficult the process has been for them, and a lot of other stuff. Because I want to know, I really want to know, because I'm trying to mentally prepare myself for this. But anyway, so I have to have a liquid diet for 1 week, and that's all outlined in this binder. And so Dr. Stanley Hohen is going to do my surgery. But my liquid diet, like I said, is 1 week. So we can have like a protein shake for breakfast, a protein shake for lunch, a protein shake for dinner, and then throughout the day we can have clear liquids like water, Crystal Light, Propel, sugar-free popsicles, nothing red, and things like that, which a lot of people said they could have turkey, they could have different meats. We are not allowed anything other than the liquid for the pre-op diet. So I've been mentally preparing myself for that. And I'm ready. Like, I really want to just get this over with. So I'm looking forward to getting my approval and my surgery date and just getting it done. Like, I've had a lot of people who claim to love me and care about me say, hey, you don't need the surgery. You're really not that big. You carry your weight well. You don't look like you're over 200 pounds. And that's all fine and good. Like, I didn't realize until seeing this picture or pictures of me before how big I was. Like, but I'm 5'1" and I was wearing a 22. That's big. I'm down to a 16, which is what I was in before I got pregnant. But, like, I don't want to be this size, and I don't want to be diabetic. More than being fat, I don't want to be unhealthy. And right now, that's what it is. So anyway, I thought I would make this video, and say to anyone who is considering bariatric surgery, do your research, find out what's going to be the best for you, because there are different kinds of surgery that you can have. Like, they've got the sleeve, the bypass, there's a Roux-en-Y bypass. There are all kind of bariatric surgeries. There's the lap band, and I didn't want to have anything placed inside of me that had to be filled, and I had to go back I didn't want to have to go through that, and I did not want any of my intestines or anything to be cut on. So I opted for the sleeve, because all they do is cut out 80% of your stomach. They make a stomach pouch, which is like 20%, and that's it. So all of the changes that I've already implemented in my own personal life are changes that I'll continue to take with me. But this is going to be a tool that'll help me maintain what I've already done. And so if you're looking into it, I suggest going for it. Like, if your insurance will cover it, do it. Do it. Make sure you're mentally prepared for it. Like, I am. And I am fortunate enough to be going through the process with a friend. So that makes it easier, because we've got each other. Like, I'll watch these videos because I'm a researcher, and I'm looking, and I'm calling her, and I'm like, hey, so I just watched this video, and this is what I saw, and what do you think about that? And I've watched videos where people have said they've lost their hair, and then I've watched other videos that said it was because they weren't getting enough protein or enough vitamins. And I've talked to people. I have friends and family who have had this surgery, and I have friends who said, I didn't take a vitamin, haven't taken a vitamin yet, and I'm 3 or 4 years out. So I think it all depends on other people. I plan on following the guidelines that I've been given to follow. But again, that's a plan. I plan to follow them. I don't want complications, so I'm going to do to the best of my ability what they suggest I do. So, anyway, this video is getting kind of long. It's about 15 minutes now. Sorry. See the quote on the wall? Life is not measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. And so I can tell you that if I ever get down to my goal weight, which I think 150, it's still, the doctor's probably still going to be like, hey, you're still heavy for your height. Like, I'm supposed to be 110, 15 pounds, and that is this big. I don't want to be a stick figure, but I want to be healthy. So, this is a journey, and I just want to say, to anybody who's looking at taking the journey, do as much research as you can and figure out what's best for you. And if you don't have support in your family or your circle of friends, then join a support group at the doctor that you're going to. And reach out to other people that you know have had this surgery. Find out from them what they suggest, how difficult it was, or, whatever. But do what you think is best for you. That's really all I got. You gotta take care of you. So whether it's because you're super heavy and you just want to get the weight off and you've tried everything that you can try and nothing has helped, or because you've got a comorbidity disease that's affecting you and you don't want to deal with it anymore, you owe it to yourself to at least look into it and find out if it's something that you'd be willing to do. So that's all. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I can answer to the best of my ability from my experience. And then I'll update you guys on the different appointments and how things are going. Because I just feel like, if the process is explained and people who have been through it can let other people who are considering it know, then it's helpful. So I hope this is helpful for someone. Like I said, my next appointment is July 16th. Oh, and I've also decided to keep a journal about this particular journey. Because I want to know, where my head is. What am I thinking? What's going on? Good days, bad days, good thoughts, bad thoughts, regrets. I want to keep a track of all of that. So I have a journal for it, but I have a journal for everything. So that's also another good idea. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later, and I really hope that this helps. Bye.